What's going on, you guys? Normal Master Des back again with another video. So in this video, I was gonna talk about it in my last one, but I felt like the video was a little bit too long. It was over like a half-hour long talking about Star Wars. So in this video, I want to focus on Star Wars predictions and theories for the next movies of Episode 8. So if you're watching this video, you probably already seen Star Wars The Force Awakens, so I don't pretty much have to talk about the entire movie. But right now I want to focus on some theories that I have and some predictions. First off, I want to talk about Rey. Now, a lot of people, when I first seen the trailers, I thought that Rey was Han Solo's daughter. The way that they showed it, it just kind of felt that way in a way. But after watching the movie, obviously she's not. But I think I have a feeling I know whose daughter she is. Now, the way that her story is told in the movie, the way from the movies it starts, the way it ends, and in between, I have a feeling that Rey is actually Luke's daughter. The reason why I feel that way is that from the beginning of the movie, the way it starts, she started off just like in A New Hope, from episode 4. Just like she started off the way Luke did, on a desert planet without knowing her parents. She runs into a droid. She says that she's a pilot. She's very strong in the Force. And her outfit is somewhat a resemblance of what Luke wore in A New Hope. It's just leading up to it, I'm telling you right now. And in one scene in The Force Awakens, when she's in that bar place, and she goes downstairs because she's starting to hear voices, she opens a box. It's the same box from episode 4 that Ben Kenobi had in his household. When he opened it, Anakin's lightsaber was in there. Same thing in this movie. When she opened the box, it was Anakin's lightsaber that was in there. I don't know how. They never explained how the lightsaber was found again, because if you remember in Empire Strikes Back, when Luke's hand was sliced, the lightsaber and his hand fell way in a deep dark pit, which I want to talk about in some theories later on. So I don't know how that lightsaber was found, but as she reaches for the lightsaber, as soon as she touches the lightsaber, you can hear Darth Vader's when he breathes. You can hear that. That's the first thing you hear. And as she's having these visions, you can hear Yoda's voice talk about. You can hear him talk about his last words, like his words before he died, talking about the story of what his master had told him. And then you can hear old Ben Kenobi say Rey's name really clearly. Also, you can hear him say that these are your first steps, just like he told Luke in episode 4. And then right after that, she runs out the room because she's terrified. And then that's when you hear, that's when you see the character. I forget this alien character's name. I think it was Mas or Mon or something like that. You can see her coming up to Rey, saying that lightsaber was Luke's lightsaber and his father's before him. And then she said, and now it is calling to you, to Rey. So I'm thinking, okay, it was Anakin's, then it was calling to Luke, now it's calling to Rey. So that was another sign that pretty much I have a feeling that Rey is Luke's daughter. But you know what? It's either, okay, I'm gonna talk about that part later. Now, in that same scene, Mon is talking to Rey, and she says that no one is, that she knows no one is coming back for her on Jakku. No, that person is not coming back. But then she said, but there is someone else. And then that's when Rey says Luke. Here's what I'm thinking here, guys. All right, so I'm going crazy right now, but either Rey is Luke's daughter or Luke's clone. It's one of them. Okay, here's what I'm thinking of. Obviously, Rey is somewhat related in some way to Luke, whether she's a clone, whether she's his actual daughter. But here's the thing, I don't think Luke ended. Okay, he could have found a woman during the 30 years, obviously, and married, had a child, and everything like that, and pretty much left. I don't know what reason he would have for leaving her on Jakku like that, unless like he just wanted to. Okay, no, that wouldn't have worked either. No, I was thinking that unless during that time, as she was born, I mean, as she was at a certain age, maybe around that time, that's when Kylo Ren was slaughtering the Jedi, and Luke didn't want her to be a part of that or to see that, so he sent her away. Another theory that I had was that since she could be a clone from episode 5, Empire Strikes Back, Luke loses his hand and his lightsaber. Okay, so his hand pretty much is carrying his DNA. So maybe along the line they could have, remember cloning was a big thing from episode 2 and down, pretty much. Cloning was the thing, of stormtroopers, So maybe they took Luke's hand, and I don't know, maybe the same way they made clone troopers, they took his hand, which had just enough DNA in it to create another Luke Skywalker, but a female version of him. So honestly, I think that's what it really could be. But then again, at the end of The Force Awakens, you see Luke standing there on top of a hill, and I don't know if it was like if I was seeing this or something like that, or it was in my head, but right next to his leg, you could see what looks like a grave. It looks like a little tombstone. Maybe that could either be one of the tombs of his students, or that could be the tomb of his wife or the mother of his child. So that as that could be it. And also, so as he turns around, looks at Rey, you could see that he looks like he looks like he wants to cry in a way. So I have a feeling maybe that could be it. Maybe that little tombstone that Luke was standing next to, that could be his his wife's grave. That could be it. Or that could just be just a random grave. I don't know. Maybe, who knows? I mean, again, she could be a clone. She could be his actual flesh and blood daughter. I know it's one of them, though. I definitely know it's one of them. The way the whole story, the way she's introduced and everything like that, from everything they've said and shown, she's definitely related in some way. Okay, so that's Rey's character. Now I want to talk about Supreme Leader Snoke and who I think he really is. Now, the way this movie was introduced, stuff like that, when you watch it, we don't really know anything at all about Supreme Leader Snoke. No one knows like where he came from, who he is, But what I think, at least, I think Supreme Leader Snoke is a Sith Lord named Darth Plagueis, which was the master of Darth Sidious, which was Emperor Palpatine. Now, if you read up the story of Darth Plagueis the Wise, he was so strong in the Force and had so much knowledge of the Force that he pretty much discovered, I guess you could say, immortality. That he can live for years and years. So what I'm thinking is that obviously Darth Plagueis has lived from whenever until now. He's been hiding pretty much in the background while episode 3, 2, 3, and 4, 5, and 6 were happening. Now in episode 3, you hear Darth Sidious, Emperor Palpatine, talk about the story of Darth Plagueis, which was his master, how Darth Sidious killed him in his sleep. But he's also said that he was so strong in the Force that he could influence the midi-chlorians to create life. Now, maybe Darth Sidious, I don't think Darth Sidious at all killed Darth Plagueis. He only thought he did. and Darth Plagueis pretty much was hiding in the background as he watched Emperor Palpatine take over and fall in the end. Now, here's another thing that I was thinking of. Now, since they were saying how Darth Plagueis can influence the midi-chlorians to create life, what if he influenced the midi-chlorians to create Anakin Skywalker? Because in episode 1, Anakin Skywalker's mom says that, told Qui-Gon there was no father. She just gave birth, raised him, and fed him and everything, you know? So I have a feeling that Darth Plagueis had, like I said, used the midi-chlorians to create life in her. I have a feeling that he created Anakin Skywalker. I have a feeling that he pretty much planned this entire thing out from the moment Anakin was born until now. I have a feeling that he knew all of this was gonna happen. That's why he's called Darth Plagueis the Wise. So I have a feeling that since Anakin Skywalker had no father, he was created by Darth Plagueis, and then was introduced to Emperor Palpatine. So pretty much Emperor Palpatine didn't see this coming. He actually trained Darth Plagueis' I guess his creation into the dark side, and by the end of Return of the Jedi, Anakin kills Emperor Palpatine. I guess it took that long to get revenge. I guess Darth Plagueis took that long to get revenge, or something like that. I don't really know, but I guess he did see all of this happening in a way, which is, you know, thinking way out there. But I have a feeling maybe I could be right about this. You know, who knows? It's really interesting when you think about it. So yeah, I think Supreme Leader Snoke is Darth Plagueis, because he is knowledge in the Force, and you can see he has scars on his face and everything like that, from a serious injury or battle, which probably could have been when Darth Sidious had tried to kill him. Another thing is Darth Plagueis wielded as a weapon a staff lightsaber, which was just a long it's a long metal staff, and at the end it's you know, the part where the lightsaber comes out of. From the beginning of the movie to the end, Rey is carrying a staff with her at all times. Where did she get that staff from? Why is she always carrying it around? If it was a weapon that didn't matter, they wouldn't show it so much that she has to have it on her 24/7. Another thing is, if you look at the top of her staff, around the top of it, it looks exactly like the tip of a lightsaber. It looks like the top of a lightsaber where the beam is just ready to come out. I'm telling you, that's Darth Plagueis' weapon. Supreme Leader Snoke is Darth Plagueis. I'm telling you, he probably had knowledge of this the whole time. Who knows? So I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you guys, there's just so many theories and things that you can think of to connect, but I have a strong feeling that I could be right about all this. I could be right. I mean, if you just think about it, it all connects in a way. So, I mean, let me know what you guys think. Let me know your predictions. Let me know what your theories are. I mean, for the next movie, I predict that Kylo Ren's gonna be more of a Darth Vader type-ish character. And I think that we're definitely gonna see more of Luke Skywalker. We're probably gonna see him fight Kylo Ren, maybe. I do definitely think we're definitely gonna see Supreme Leader Snoke in his actual size. Not a 20-foot hologram. But these are my thoughts, my theories, my predictions. Hopefully, maybe I could be right, or maybe it could be the exact opposite of what I'm thinking of. Let's see what happens when the next movie comes out. Thank you so much for watching, you guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget to share with your friends. Every subscriber counts. You know, I love doing these videos for you guys. I know I haven't been doing videos a lot lately. Just especially with the holidays around, you know, like things have been pretty crazy. Right now, I literally did 2 videos just now. This is the second one I've done, and I haven't even eaten anything. My throat is getting scratchy right now. I don't think I've ever talked this long before. I can feel my mouth definitely getting weak right now. Right now I need to catch my breath, take my medication. eat something, relax, you know. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. I hope you had a wonderful. I hope you guys have wonderful holiday. I hope you guys have an amazing New Year's. And I'll catch you guys another time, another video. Take care.